can you give me $3,000 right now? You have to get that money into my account right now. What? $3,000? Once I'm home from school today, could you please give it to me? Then I can pay for what I need to get immediately. Hold on a second, Joy. $3,000 is a lot of money, okay? What do you plan to use money like that on? What? I need to use it for my graduation ceremony. I need to make myself some really cool clothing for the ceremony, so please give me that money. Cool clothing? And what do you mean that you need cool clothing for your graduation ceremony? I want to be just like one of the students from last year's graduation. I want to wear a gown that's completely bedazzled like her. What? She had her gown covered from top to bottom in all these cute little gems, and on the back of her gown, she had her first and last name spelled out in gems. So I'm gonna do the same thing as her this year. Then I'll be the most amazing looking person out of my friends on stage. I'll be standing out more than anyone in the school. You're planning on making yourself look that gaudy? And you want to look that way during your graduation ceremony. That's why I'm asking you to send me that money right now, please. They said the moment I get that money to them, they'll start to work on my gown, so I have to do this soon. There's not much time left before the graduation ceremony, okay? And you're telling me that all costs $3,000 to do. I'm sorry to say this, Joy, but that's gonna be a no from me. I'm not gonna pay for you to get a $3,000 bedazzled job done on your gown today. Huh? I already promised all my friends that I'd be doing it. And all my friends are planning on doing something as well that they've already been able to pay for. If I'm the only one showing up in just a plain gown on that day, I'm gonna be made fun of. Do you want your daughter to be made fun of on her special day? I'm sure your friends aren't gonna do that to you. Also, if you've been wanting to do something like that, then you should have started saving up some money yourself. I'm not gonna just hand you $3,000 if you haven't done anything to earn it. Huh? Just the other day, I ran into one of your friends' moms at the supermarket. I overheard them talking about how their daughters were all preparing special gowns for the graduation ceremony. Were they all talking about what you're telling me right now? But guess what? All of their daughters had been saving up some money for their gowns, and that's why their moms weren't against the idea. However, in your case, you've come to me last minute asking for an immense amount of money to go and make that gown up. But that's not going to happen. I don't care that you don't want me doing this. Just shut up already and give me that money. Once again, while you were sitting there messing around after school, all of your friends have been out working in order to save up money for their gowns. They all want to look cool on the day of their graduation, so a lot of them have been saving up every penny they've earned and received for that event. What? They've all been doing that? And it's not just about them saving all their money, but the fact that they were also helping their moms with chores to make even more money. Yet in your case, what have you been doing exactly that warrants me giving you any money? All of your friends have been working for what they want, yet you expect things like that handed to you. If you really feel that your gown isn't going to be cool enough, then perhaps use what crafts we have at home to do some handiwork on yours. Shut up! I don't need you preaching to me about all that right now, so just hurry up and give me that money. If you don't give it to me soon, then I'll never have that gown made up in time. No matter how much you cry, I'm not budging. You are not going to be getting $3,000 from me. You go and explain to your friends why you won't have that gown made up for graduation, please. Tell them you didn't work on making or saving any money, so you were not able to get what you wanted. You freaking stingy little witch! Alright then, if you're not gonna give me that money, then I'll have Dad give it to me. Felix, I think in a little while you'll be getting some text from Joy, alright? She wanted to get a lot of money from me, but of course the amount she was asking for was a bit ridiculous, so let's just agree not to give her anything for what she wants.
What all went on between you two? How much money was she asking you for?
Well, to start, Joy's wanting to make a so-called cool gown for her graduation ceremony with her friends. She wants to pay $3,000 for that gown.
What? She wants to pay $3,000 for that gown?
That gown? Wait, have you been aware of this?
Wait, it's not that I've really heard everything about it, but just little bits here and there. She was just showing me a drawing of the design she wanted bedazzled on it, but you're telling me it's going to cost that much to make?
If you knew about it all of this time, you could have told her to stop her to start saving up some money. All of her friends have been working to save their money up in order to pay for their gowns to be made, but Joy had no plans to pay with any of the money she's had, instead expecting us to pay for her. She came out of nowhere today asking me to give her $3,000, so of course I said no to that. Then she yelled at me that she'd be asking you for the money before she stopped texting me.
I see. At least I have a good idea of what's to come now. But that was a bit cold for you to do that to her. At times like this, you should be willing to give her that money.
What?
I understand that asking for $3,000 last minute is a bit tough, but it is her graduation after all, right? And she told you she wants to do this so she can match with her friends. As her parents, we should be willing to give her that kind of money for this.
Handing her something like $3,000 is not an easy thing to do, you know. You happen to know that we don't have $3,000 just sitting around right now.
What? Is that right? You're telling me that right now we don't have the ability to just hand our daughter $3,000?
That's right. And that's because you never put any of your money into this house and family. That's why I have to work my butt off putting all I earn into the food and bills. If you want to be the one saying that we have the ability to give her that much money right now, then you use what you have on you to pay her.
Huh? You know I don't have the money to do that, Hayley. I have to go out drinking a lot with people from work, and that doesn't include all the golf outings I'm going to these days. What I'm making is pretty much all going into those two things right now.
But from what I've seen for the past year, you haven't been going out golfing or to drink with your coworkers. So tell me, where is all that money going off to now?
What?
Last month, I happened to see your coworkers at the hospital. One of them had gotten into an accident and was there getting some x-rays done on himself. Another was in there getting some testing done to check his liver. I went to talk with them about how things were going between you and them, and all of them gave me the same answer. For around a year now, you have not been going out to golf or drink or anything with them at all.
But you went and talked to those guys without telling me anything. You can't talk to them about their personal lives when you're a nurse at the hospital.
Says who? I was just having small talk with them is all, as that's part of what nurses do with patients. And it so happens that they all told me that they rarely see you at work even, so it's sounding to me like there's something fishy going on there. Even the doctor standing next to me said something was up there, considering I thought you were always with your coworkers after work.
What?
So what's going on here, Felix? Were they just lying to me about you and you really have been going out with them? Or perhaps you're just going out by yourself now to have fun. From what they told me is that you never come with them anymore because you gave the excuse of never having money and it would be tough having to pay for you all the time. So then what is really going on here, Felix?
Shut up. Right now, that has nothing to do with what's going on. We've been talking about Joy, so don't change the topic.
Hey, don't you dare try to run away from me just because things are getting tight for you.
Shut the hell up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. This is it for a conversation now. I'm done talking to you. Go ahead and give Joy the money she wants already. Stop being such a stingy little witch about it and give her what she wants. I'll tell her right now that you're gonna give it all to her.
Hey! Were you shocked by the graduation today? That bedazzled gown I had with all my friends looks so cute, right? And how did you end up getting that gown? Neither your father or I gave you $3,000 for it. You were still able to get that gown made up for yourself. I went and snuck that money away from you, actually. Excuse me? I know that you keep your purse hidden away in the closet in your room. So I went in there and took one of your cards out of it without you noticing. In order to never have you hear about your card being used, I told the cashier to not charge the card until today. And to keep you from finding out about the gown, I went to school early today to get changed. You went into your parents' room and stole their credit card from them? Joy, do you have any idea what you've just done? You went into your mom's purse and stole her card and used it. What? Did I do something wrong? Your cute little daughter was asking for some money and you never handed it to me, so this is all your bad, right? Excuse me? I just wanted to make one last amazing memory with my friends. I did not do a single thing wrong here. The fact that you just skipped over apologizing for what you've done and instead went right to blaming me is something else. You are so in for it when you get home today. I'm going to make sure you get the butt whooping of a lifetime from your dad. There's no way you're ever going to steal money from anyone after he puts in some work on you. Wow. All it was $3,000, you stingy little witch. Don't get so dang upset over that. You're not even scaring me right now with all that talk. Honestly, I won't even go back home if you're there. Won't come back home. Are you planning to start staying at one of your friends' houses now or something? Don't you dare start doing that. Someone like you who thinks it's okay to steal money is not allowed to stay over at their friend's house. Until you're in college and out of this home, you are being grounded to this house. Huh? Whoever said I was going to go and stay over at my friend's house? From now on, I'm going to live with Dad in a brand new house, which means for the rest of time, I'm never going to be living with you again. What? You're going to live with your dad in a brand new house? Starting today, I'm going to live with Dad and my new mom in that house, so there's no more need for the stingy hag and her loud, annoying mouth in my life anymore. What? What do you mean your dad and your new mom? Oh no. So you never noticed a single thing this whole time? For over a year now, Dad has been cheating on you with another woman. I'm laughing my butt off right now, though, because you never noticed a single thing. He's been cheating on me for over a year now? So all of that going out to drink and golf was a lie. He's been trying to hide all of that from me then. That means Joy. Since when did you know about all of this happening with your dad? About a half a year or so. Dad told me he had someone he wanted me to meet and then happened to be his girlfriend. Her name's Jessica and she's a very beautiful woman and has a really good sense of style. She was the one that helped me design my gown for the graduation ceremony. You're lying, right? You've known about her that long now and you've been seeing her? And she was the one that gave me an idea to take your credit card and use it on my gown. She told me that back when she was in my age, she'd steal money from her mom and dad all the time. She also told me that everyone does that when they're my age, so I didn't have to worry about it. Huh? By the way, you were told today that Dad had some work to do today, so he couldn't make it to the ceremony, right? That was also a lie. He took the day off work today and he's been with Jessica getting the new house ready. That means after I'm done here, I can go to that house and we can start living as a new family. What? But you told me today that you'd be coming home with your friends. That's why I left on my own and came home first. And after I'm done talking and walking with my friends, I'll be heading over to that new house to live with Dad and Jessica. You can go ahead and hand in the divorce paperwork for Dad, please. Dad told me that he left it all in the living room for you. There's no way. What the hell is going on right now? So you've known about your dad cheating on me and that's been going on for over a year? And to make all that worse, you become close with his girlfriend and today you're gonna start living with them? The fact that you're starting to panic is hilarious. So make sure you hand in that divorce paperwork soon for us. And then after that, you can try to calm down and forget about us. Ah, that's right. After the divorce, you're gonna have to pay $1,000 a month in child support. So make sure to get that to us starting next month. Child support? What? Have you been panicking so much that you didn't think about the child support? Since you won't have any custody of me, you're responsible for paying Dad child support every month. I don't care how much of a stingy butt you are, you have to pay up. And that means $1,000 a month, please. You're still my mom legally, so you have to pay. Well, could you tell that to your real mom? What? Ah, wow. You still have no clue what's gone on, do you? I'm sure once things have calmed down a little, you'll start to understand. In my case, I have a bit of a headache now, and I need to take some time to think about what's happened. Go ahead and tell your dad and his girlfriend about this, please. Oh, wait a second. What do you mean my real mom? You're my real mom, right? You promised me to pay $1,000 a month in child support to us right now. I can't think anymore. If you have anything else to ask about, then talk with your dad, please. Now I'm gonna go have myself one big ol' nap.
Yo, you've really gone and done it now, telling her all that needless crap. You never had to tell her about her real mom, right?
Excuse me? What's wrong with me telling her the truth? And it seems that you got her thinking that I'm the one who'll have to pay child support, huh? You have to tell her the truth right now so that she doesn't get her hopes up.
I don't have to tell her anything.
If you think that that's your only option now. Or it could be that if you told her the truth, things would only begin to get worse for you. Well, you're just gonna have to deal with things getting worse then. You'll just have to tell your cute little daughter that you've cheated twice now in your life and with 2 different people.
What did you say?
Tell her about how your second year of being married to me, you had a baby with another woman who ran to the house and dropped that baby off at our doorstep before vanishing. And how when we had DNA testing done, you were a match to your daughter. I didn't want anything bad happening to your baby, so I made sure to keep quiet about not being her real mother. But look at what's happened now. You've once again cheated on me, and could it be with the same woman, perhaps?
Shut the hell up. Who cares about what happened back then? It's been over a decade and some years since then. Me cheating on you back then is long gone now.
Huh?
Now, I want you to hand in those divorce papers and promise me you'll pay her child support. Even if she's not your real child, you still took over as her mother. You have been raising her for so long now. You're pretty much a real mom.
Nope. I was just taking care of her in place of her mother. I don't have any reason to be paying child support for her.
You don't feel any worries about her? You've lived with her for so long now. Don't you feel you have a duty to take care of her by handing some money over, even if she's not living with you anymore?
Absolutely not, actually. I don't care about the little brat.
What?
You do your best taking care of her yourself. I had to do all of that for you for over a decade now, so it's your turn to become a real dad for her. There you go, Felix. Good luck. I've had enough of this lifestyle with you all, and that means I don't care for any of you anymore either.
Why the hell are you acting like none of what's happened here bothers you? If anything, the reason Joy turned into that brat is because of the way you raised her.
You think so?
Do you understand how much it hurt me watching you raise her into some kind of stupid little playground bully? She was my cute little girl, and you ruined her. That's why I cheated on you again. You and her would always get into fights with one another, and I had to be in the middle of those fights every time. I don't want you to ever forget that this was all your fault, and none of it is to blame on anyone but yourself.
Now I see you're acting like none of this is gonna bother you. Well, I'd cut that out if I were you. All you've done in your life is push that child your little whore friend had with you onto me and forced me to raise her for so many years. And years after, when that little girl didn't turn out very well, you start blaming me for it and using that as a reason to cheat some more? You must be mentally retarded to think that.
Excuse me?
That little brat has your DNA. That's probably why she turned out just like you. She turned out the same brat you've always been, caring only about yourself and not a single other person. You feel horrible that your cute little girl turned into a playground bully? Well then, all you have to say for that is it's in her DNA and that you're sorry.
You have no right speaking like that to your own frickin' husband.
Huh? My husband? Who's that? I already handed in the divorce papers, so I'm not sure what husband of mine you're talking about. If you're referring to yourself, then you should be saying my previous dickhead husband.
You can't say things like that when you're the one who can never raise a child properly. It's no wonder a woman like you got divorced. Unlike your old and stingy bud, my girlfriend is beautiful and happens to have some good common sense. Now that I'll be having Joy live with her and I, Joy will be cleaned up of her past of being a prick like you and will become a proper woman. Then I'll finally have myself the perfect family that I've always been wanting.
Mom, help me! I can't keep living in this house anymore. My new mom's too scary and I want to come back to you. Wasn't she supposed to be the beautiful woman with a lot of common sense and good style? And she'd been that way for a long time, but the moment she married Dad, she turned evil. All that kindness she had before and that smile, they're all gone. I think she only happens to look nice until you become close to her. I learned that she used to be part of a biker gang back in the day as one of the leaders, and she's done a lot of terrible things. Really? Part of a biker gang back in the day? And a leader for them at that. Dad didn't seem to know about all of that either, and when Dad went and told her about how you wouldn't be sending us any child support, that smile that she had on her face quickly vanished and she turned into the devil. She told him that if that's the case, there was no point in marrying him, and she said that with the loudest yell I've ever heard. Wow. She then turned to me and said if I wasn't going to be making her any money, then there was no point in having me around. She said she could have done a lot with the $1,000 she was promised by Dad. She's so pissed off with everyone in the house right now that I can't even look at her anymore because she's so scary. And to make everything even worse, she has this old bat she used back in the day and is carrying it around the house now, and there are bloodstains all over it. A bat even. She's nothing like the proper woman your dad and you were bragging about, huh? There are even still strands of hair still on that bat. I went on my phone to look up who Jessica even is after entering her name, and she popped up. There were photos of her in here from years ago in a biker clothing, and she's been totally beaten up and has another woman's hair in her hand. Now that you mention it, she was the one that helped you design your gown you wore at the graduation ceremony, right? I suppose it did have that 1970s biker street gang look to it, didn't it? Now that I think about it, she really knew a lot about how to make designs like that. Well, isn't that amazing for you, Joy? I'm sure you're happy to learn that your new mom used to be in a gang and wear all that cool clothing then, right? Now you and her can be best buds, and she'll maybe even take you out to mess around with her. This is not good, Mom. I'm a real gang member like she was. I just like their style is all. I've never been in any fights before, and I've had perfect attendance at school all my life. I never even knew that she was a real biker gang member. She started threatening me with her bat and said that she's going to teach me all sorts of things about living on the streets. I'm scared, Mom. She has so far made me take care of every little chore in the house for her, and anytime I even say a word, she slaps me. I'm freaking out. My, oh my. When it comes to Dad, she makes him sit in a chair all day. The only reason she ever said yes to marrying him is because he promised her that there would be child support involved. Yet now she's saying that liars like him are the reason why people go missing during the night. Every day she'll sit on his lap while he's in that chair while swinging her bat, saying she never knows where the bat might slip. So he's really found himself a new relationship filled with thrills. Mom, please help me. I won't dress that stupid anymore, okay? I'll become a good little girl for you again as long as you'll take me back. I'll even start working part-time and give you that $3,000 back. You don't have to give me that money back. I'd much rather you never talk to me again. Can you do that for me? I was never the one that gave birth to you, and I don't really care what happens to you. What? Right now, your new mom is Jessica, right? So could you stop calling me Mom? It's very rude to her. No way. Wait. Are you gonna throw me away? Don't you feel bad for me hearing about how I have to live? Wasn't it you that chose that life? And when it comes to the $3,000 you stole from me, I got it back from your dad as part of the settlement. So there really is no reason to take you back. No reason to? Have fun now. I hope things go well for you and your dad's new wife. If you really want to move out of there, you're almost going to be 18 here, so you can leave your dad then. Just as long as you start working a job and have the money to. Right after I was done talking with Joy, I made sure to block her number and my ex-husband's number as well. A little bit after that, I heard from a friend that both my ex and Joy got themselves part-time jobs in order to make enough money to leave that horror show. And Joy's also been trying to get into some university so that she can move into a dorm a lot sooner rather than later. No matter how often I asked her to start working on finding a school to go to or about getting a job, she never listened to me. I guess I just wasn't disciplining her quite like Jessica is. When it comes to how my ex is living now, besides the part-time job, of course, he has to give all of that money to his ex-biker gang member wife, and then she gives him $10 a week to spend on himself. And so far, he has not said one comment or complaint back to her about it, considering his life might be on the line there. As for how things have been going on in my own life, I ended up moving out of the old house I shared with them and into a smaller house fit for myself. It's nice having all my money to myself again, and I'm thinking about getting myself a dog and cat here soon to add a little company to the environment. I really do have to say, life is so much better when you don't have an idiotic, cheating husband and his bratty little daughter around anymore. That's helped with my headaches quite a bit.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.
I'm back from my trip. Won't you come out and greet me at the door? It's not me? Where would you even get that idea? ridiculous.
Grief.
Long time no see, Amy. I have something I want to tell you. Is it okay now? I'm getting married soon. Wow! Married? Oh, congrats, Millie. Thanks. What kind of person is he? We haven't talked to each other much recently. I had no idea you were seeing someone in the first place. Yeah, well, the person I'm marrying is in charge of a company. Wait, does that mean you're marrying a CEO? Congrats on the great catch. I know, right? I'm so great. I'm going to be so successful in life. Completely different from a peasant like you. Wait. Sorry, Amy. Due to the position I will be in after getting married, I'm going to have to cut all ties with you. You are not invited to the wedding. I just don't want you anywhere in my life anymore. Whoa, what's going on all of a sudden? Cut all ties with me? Why would you say such a mean thing to me? That's because I'm a winner, and I can't be seen as a loser. I have to carefully pick and choose who I want to be seen with. I'm in a completely different social class than you, peasant. Social class? I mean, I'm going to be the wife of a CEO. A woman in my class can't be seen hanging around someone of a lower class than that, so I don't want you to be in my life anymore. It's that simple. Millie, are you aware of how cruel you're being right now? I've been by your side since we grew up in the same orphanage. Only for you to throw away years of friendship over the fact that you're getting married to a CEO. I can't believe you would treat someone who practically grew up with you as if we were siblings like this. Shut up. Just because we grew up together doesn't mean I owe you anything in life. Plus, getting married to him is my ticket out of poverty. I'm going to be living the life that you could only dream of having. Why are you being so cold? We promised each other that we wouldn't leave each other alone even through marriage. Did we? I forgot. Millie. Anyways, this is why you're not invited to the wedding. He doesn't know that I grew up in an orphanage, and I would like to keep it that way. Having you at the wedding would make it obvious. What? You haven't told him? Why not? It's embarrassing to be raised in an orphanage. A person like that isn't fit to marry a CEO like him. If he finds out, my chance at a happy life will all be ruined. It's not something to be embarrassed about. Plus, a person who judges a person based on how they grow up is not worth marrying. You should be able to comfortably tell the people you love about it. Shut up. If I say that I'm not telling him, that means I won't be telling him. So don't you dare tell anybody. All you need to do is get out of my life. Millie, does this mean that you're embarrassed by me too? I grew up in the same place as you. You are absolutely an embarrassment to me. There is nothing I would gain from being friends with you. Thanks to this marriage, I will be leaving this low-class life and will be living in luxury. You and I wouldn't match anymore. Is that so? Well, I hope you're happy. Thanks for finally understanding. Hope you have a good life. Or at least try to.
Hey, Amy. It's been a while. Are you doing okay?
Kent, it's been a while. Of course I've been doing great. How about you? Are you doing okay? Are you and the other staff at the orphanage doing okay?
Yeah, we're all doing great, especially the kids, who are smiling and laughing every day. Listen, the reason for my message was that I wanted to ask you about something. Are you still in contact with Millie?
Oh, Millie?
Yeah, I was wondering if you could do me a favor. I can't reach her number or any other means of contact with her, so I've been a bit worried about her lately.
Oh, then there's nothing to worry about. She was aesthetic over the fact that she was going to be married to a CEO.
What? She's getting married? Oh, congrats to her.
Yeah, it is something great. The thing is, though, she immediately told me that she wanted to cut all ties with me due to that marriage.
Wait, what?
She's hiding the fact that she grew up in an orphanage from her husband-to-be. Not to mention that she was embarrassed about where she grew up. She said that I'm not invited to the wedding, nor am I allowed to be in her life anymore.
That's unfortunate.
I'm pretty sure that it's also why you haven't been able to reach her. If there's anything you wanted to tell her, I can try and deliver the message to her. I might not be blocked yet.
No, it's okay. If that's the case, then there's no need to do anything. I just wanted to ask if she could help out with this charity event. I'm sure she would reject the question if what you said is true.
Charity event?
Yeah, we're going around asking everyone who left the orphanage if they could help out. We're going to take the kids out somewhere. It's just that we would like to have more adults at the event as well. Hence the reason for trying to contact her. Plus, I wanted to see Millie again after all these years.
If that's the case, then can I come and help out?
Really? You'd do that for us?
Of course! I work at a daycare. I'm pretty good at taking care of kids if I do say so myself.
You're the best, Amy. You were like an older sister to all those kids back then. Thanks so much for this. I'll send you all the details about it soon, okay?
All right. I can't wait to see you all again. Hey, I went out of my way to send you a picture of me in a fancy dress. Couldn't you have the decency to comment on it? How boring of you. Huh? I even went out of my way to send you the pictures of the wedding. You, of course, saw everything that I sent you, right? A famous person came to celebrate our wedding. And yet you haven't even given me the slightest of responses. Just because you're jealous of me doesn't mean you should ignore me. You're the one who wanted to cut me out of your life. What are you talking about? You told me not to talk to you, so I decided not to reply. Having to listen and see you bragging is an exception to the case? That's selfish of you. Bragging? No, I'm not bragging. I just thought I would cheer you up with those pictures. I figured you'd never seen a wedding like that ever in your life. I didn't ask you to do that. Plus, if you wanted to cheer me up, as you claim, then you would have done more than just send pictures. Why in the world would I do more than that? I would never take you to a place as fancy as that. Have you forgotten why I cut you out of my life? Because you're embarrassed of me being raised in an orphanage, right? So you do remember. I don't need him to know that I was raised in an orphanage. Plus, there's no benefit from me introducing orphans to higher class people. So you just stay jealous of my amazing life and shut up. The thing is, your husband did invite me to the wedding. What? Well, not me, but a good lot of us. With the kids included, I would say that well over 10 of us were invited. It seems like your husband had seen some benefit in inviting orphans. Wait, you said that he invited you guys. What are you talking about? We're just at the reception right now. Can you see us? Can you see us when we're in this private area? What? Hang on. Why are you here? Wait, it's not just you. Why is that orphanage director here along with some kids? Why is it that all you orphans are at my wedding? Like I said, your husband invited us. As a sign of good faith, he invited us to the wedding. Good faith? You picked a good man, Millie. Not only is he a CEO, but he also actively works to help children in need as much as he can. What? How are you going to marry this man and you didn't even know about this? Your husband funds an orphanage. More specifically, the orphanage that we were raised in. What? Hang on. Wait. I didn't know about this. How have I not heard about this? That's a tad bit unfortunate. He told us that he and his wife are excited to have us at the wedding. Hang on, he might have mentioned something about charity work or something. I brushed off all that he was saying with a simple, "That's great," because of that I don't know much about him. Not only is he funding the orphanage, but he also gives the kids a chance to experience many things in life, like work or crafts, which is why he also invited us to the wedding. He wanted to show the kids what a wedding was like. Since a lot of these kids have various reasons for why they don't have parents, he wanted to show that marriage is a good thing. I didn't know. Oh, I'm just a volunteer for today. I got asked by Kent to help out, which is why I'm here with the kids. I didn't think I would see a wedding this fancy in person. I'm sure the food will be great as well. This is going to be a great experience for me as well. What should I do? What should I do? I didn't think that all the people from the orphanage would be here at my wedding. Does Kent and the other staff know that I cut ties with you? That I'm hiding my background from my husband? I did tell Kent that you cut ties with me. I haven't said anything other than that, though. Something as trivial as someone cutting ties with me isn't something that needs to be brought up. No, I have to do something before he finds out. Firstly, Kent, I need to find him and make sure he keeps quiet about this. I need to ask him to pretend that he's never seen me before. What am I going to do now? He found out about everything. I can't believe that he found out about everything this early. Oh my. Did you fail in your mission to keep Kent quiet? Did he perhaps tell your husband while you weren't looking? Kent was able to read the room and keep quiet. It's those stupid brats. Those brats were the ones who ruined everything. They just had to ask, "What are you doing here, Millie?" Oh, my. He was standing next to me asking if I knew these kids. After that, those kids kept talking and revealing everything I tried to hide. The fact that I grew up in an orphanage is now out. You're going to have to forgive the kids for this one. You haven't come back to hang out with them once after you left, right? They were happy to see you after all that time. Plus, I'm sure you learned a valuable lesson. It's best to be upfront with the person you're about to marry. Huh. There was no way you could have kept it a secret the entire time. He's a nice person who donates and funds these kids. As long as you apologize and tell him the truth, I'm sure he'd understand. We're beyond just apologizing now. I lied to him about having both parents. I hired 2 people to act as my parents when he wanted to get their blessing. I'm sorry, what? I even hired those 2 again to play as my parents today. Since he found out that I lied and grew up in an orphanage, he's pretty mad. He's accusing me of lying about my work history and education. He won't listen to anything I say. He's going to find out that I was lying about my life, work, and education. Hang on now. You were lying that much to him. What else was I supposed to do? He was my ticket to getting a better life. I may have exaggerated my life a bit, but he's the one who bought into it. It got to a point where I couldn't back out anymore. Out of curiosity, how much of your life did you exaggerate? I told him that I work for a tutoring service that helps teens aim for Harvard University. He took that as me working in a very popular tutoring service specifically made for students to aim for Harvard. Which you didn't deny and let him continue to believe that? What do I do, Amy? I've never seen him this mad before. He locked himself in a room and hasn't said a word. Do you think the wedding will continue? He won't ask to divorce me, right? You should probably throw in the towel now. He just came over to us and apologized. He asked us to let him to get a divorce with you. What?
It's been a while since Millie. It's the orphanage director, Kent.
Kent? What does she mean by that earlier? What does she mean that he came over to apologize and asked to get a divorce from me?
Well, with you being raised in an orphanage, I'm technically in the role of being your parent. He came over to me and apologized for having to end things with you on these terms. He really is such a respectful person.
No way. You're lying. I don't want to get divorced.
Why are you so persistent with this? It's your fault that things turned out like this. You're an adult now. You shouldn't be behaving like a child.
I'm not. I just don't want to do things that I don't want to do.
Like, if that's the case, then you should have been honest with him from the start. You decided to go through the entire process of hiding the truth instead, which led you to where you are now. You went as far as hiring people to play as your parents and lied about your work history and education. Of course he would want to end things with you.
What else was I supposed to do? There's no way that he would have liked me if I told him the truth about being raised in an orphanage. He wouldn't even bother to look my way if I did. So of course I hid the truth.
What's wrong with being raised in an orphanage? Everyone who grew up has left and lived happily. That goes for our staff too. We all supported everyone, including you, to make sure that you all grow up to be wonderful adults. I do not doubt that I love you more than your parents do. It's not just you. I love all the children at the orphanage equally. Everyone grows up and lives such happy lives. People get married and create their own families. People who even started up their own companies.
Really?
Where you were raised shouldn't define who you can and cannot be. The reason you're in the position you're currently in is not because of how or where you were raised. You need to understand that it's your rotten personality that is the cause.
What? If you claim to love me more than my parents do, then at least comfort me. I was the one who lost a chance at a great life.
Even if I wanted to comfort you, you blocked me on your own accord, remember? This is why I'm talking to you through Amy's phone rather than my own.
Oh, right.
You're embarrassed by us, aren't you? If that's the case, you can get back on your own 2 feet by yourself. You threw away us and your closest friend. Don't think that things can go back to the way it was before all this.
Please.
Good luck. I don't know how your life will turn out from here on out, but I'll pray that you manage to get by.
Millie's wedding ended up getting canceled, and now she is getting sued for marriage fraud by her former husband. According to Kent, Amy's marriage wouldn't have been in shambles for her background, but rather all the lies she told about her occupation and so on. He said that he couldn't have a life partner with someone who we can't tell is lying or not. As for Millie, to pay off the fines for the wedding and marriage, she started working the night shift somewhere. She managed to get customers due to her sob story, but all the people interested in her are problematic. Since having no friends and family to complain about her job to, she's quietly working hard, alone.
taking it out from her husband's account. He's charging her for that as well. With my fiance.
How's about we just act as though me proposing to you recently never actually happened, Veronica? We're going to stop thinking about getting married. I'm sorry, but let's split up today. I've considered a few things about the two of us, and I just don't think this will work anymore.
What? Wait a second, Raymond. What do you mean we should give up on getting married? You only just proposed to me a week ago, right? And I was so happy to finally be proposed to by you.
And so I'm asking you to act as though something like that never happened between us. I don't want to get married to you anymore. So just forget all of that and let's go back to the way things were a few weeks ago.
I don't understand what's going on here. You had only told me a few days ago that you wanted to grow old and happy with me. Yet now you're asking for us to split up? What the heck is this?
Actually, my mom ended up being against us. And after talking to her for a bit about things, I came to the conclusion of doing as she said and stopping this marriage between us.
What? You're telling me that your mom doesn't want us getting married?
After all the time of her being okay with it, I was so surprised to hear from her that she didn't want us getting married anymore.
Why is she against us getting married now, though? We've been together for almost 10 years now. And during those 10 years, I had seen your mom plenty of times and chatted with her. We've even gone out with one another shopping plenty of times. And now you're saying that your mom no longer wants me to marry you?
She told me that you're a good woman and all, but you're getting too old now and that I need to find someone younger. She followed up by saying that since you're over 30 now, there's only unhappiness waiting for us.
What?
My mom had gotten married when she was 20 and then gave birth to me. And since then, she's always been home as a housewife for all of us. But since you're 30 years old and still don't have experience with kids, as well as aren't planning on quitting your job after we marry, she told me to just give up.
Excuse me?
As a girlfriend or toy, you're fine, but as a wife, there's no need for you. My mom told me that very clearly.
And you're just okay with what your mom said to you? You're going to do as she told you?
Well, my mom promised me that in return for letting you go, she'd introduce me to a much more young and beautiful woman.
Huh?
I think she's gotten pretty close with this one young girl who's working at the flower shop in town. She just happened to show me her picture just the other day. You think she was a model with the amount of beauty she radiates? And she told me that if I think I want to marry a woman like her, then it's totally fine to say goodbye to you.
You're kidding me. That's your reason for wanting to throw me away?
At least you were a good girlfriend these past 10 years, so thanks. Now let's both of us find our true loves and marry them instead.
But you and I have been together for 10 whole years. Ever since we both went to university together. I get that I'm 30 years old now, but I thought that we'd finally be ready to get married. But now you're saying at this time that you're throwing me away because I'm too old?
I know that you're an old woman now, and finding someone to marry you will be tough. But just try your best. Right. Can you make sure to give me back the engagement ring I gave to you? And if we aren't seeing each other again, then send that sucker in the mail for me.
You are the worst. I never once thought that you'd turn into this kind of a man. But I guess throwing away those 10 years of us dating is a whole lot better than throwing away my life getting married to you. I never want to see you around me again.
I think that if I'm going to get married, I'm better off with you. So, Veronica, can you get back together with me?
Huh? Why are you talking to me again? You're asking me to get back together with you? You remember what you did and said to me 5 years ago, right?
I'm sorry about back then. After dating you for 10 years, I accidentally threw you away. I ended up going out with that woman my mom showed me when we were apart, but things didn't go too well between us and we immediately broke up. I've been trying to get with other women, but they all ended up being duds as well. So now I see that I can only marry someone like you.
So you couldn't get along with anyone else, huh? And now you want to get back together after we only had 10 years of dating each other?
Well, when trying to date them, nothing ever got anywhere, and everyone would end up saying that they wanted to break up before dumping me. For some reason, we just never could make anything last. But you and I had 10 years together, right? And in your case, I'm the only option you have now, right?
Not happening. Now goodbye forever.
Hey. Don't be so cold to me right now. I know that you're happy deep down that after 5 years, I'm talking to you again.
Huh?
And you happen to be doing well on your own and make some decent money. And even my mom said that it might be worth getting back together with you. So she really wants the two of us back together.
But I don't want to date you whatsoever. You threw me away in the worst way possible, so I'm done playing games with you. Now, never talk to me again. Hey, Veronica! Why are you saying you're not getting back together with my son? This is the perfect chance for a used-up woman like you to find a man that will marry you. go back to him and tell him with all your heart that you do want to date him. Huh? Isabel? I'm even letting you know that I'm fine with you marrying my son now. You are a 35-year-old woman now and need to get a grip. I'm telling you that even though you're old, a man is ready to marry you. You shouldn't take this chance for granted. Now hurry up and make up with my boy. Now who the hell do you think you're talking to? Wasn't it you in the first place that made him and I break up? You forced him to believe that marrying me would be awful for him, and so he threw me aside. And now you seek to get me back with him? And back then, I was thinking about my son more than anyone, and that's why I wanted you both to break up. I knew that if he had a baby with a woman over 30, there'd be a chance that the kid would come out defective. What? And when he marries someone, they'll become part of the household, right? Yet you said you wouldn't quit your job to stay at home. You are not only a worthless wife, but a worthless woman, and that's why I told him he could not marry you. Then why are you asking me to forgive him and get back together now? I've gained another 5 years now, so that could only mean that I've grown more worthless, right? And right now I'm still working my job that I said I'd never quit. I don't want to let my son get too old without finding someone to make his wife. So to keep that from happening, I guess I'll settle with some grandma marrying him. Huh? I want my son to hurry up and end up with a wonderful wife that I can take advantage of. I want to relax here soon, and I want to have a grandchild as well that I can spoil. I also will need someone here to take care of me instead of my son now that my legs don't work too well. Are you seriously thinking of having me do all of that for you? I really wanted him to have a younger wife, but for some reason or another, my son couldn't make things work with them. I had so many women lined up for him, but he'd always end up getting broken up with. And during that time, I found out I'm sick. And so if I let my son continue to be single, I'll never be able to receive good health care from him. Really? You're sick now, Isabel? There was a tumor discovered in my stomach. But it wasn't cancerous, and so they were able to remove it with a simple surgery. But during that time, I thought about some things. If that were to happen to me again, I'd need someone, even you, to be here to care for me. You also want a grandbaby and for me to take care of you in your later years? Why are all of these things advantages for you and your son? What? You should be happy about all of this as well, right? You're a used item that's in their 30s now, and someone is offering to marry you. All right? Stop trying to carry all of this out and hurry up and marry my son. Then hurry up and have a wedding and get to making me a grandbaby.
Veronica, sorry about yesterday. I didn't take into full consideration of your feelings yesterday. I already know that a single grandma like you is ready to marry someone like me that's offering this chance to you.
Huh?
I was thinking last night why you should end up saying no to my request to get back together with me. And after having that time to think, I finally came to an understanding. There was something you wanted to hear from me first. You wanted me to ask you to go out with me again, right? Like when we first started dating? I'm sure you've been waiting for me to propose to you again as well, huh?
Raymond? Are you sure you're not just thinking of things as being in your favor?
I'm going to propose to you once again, Veronica. Let's you and I get married right now. We've already been together for 10 years, so let's make it official. We may have been far apart for the last 5 years, but our feelings for one another haven't changed, right?
Why do you think that? Nobody has been wanting for you to propose to them right now.
It's fine, Veronica. I already know everything that you want from me. The ring you gave back to me 5 years ago is once again going to be placed on your ring finger.
No. You have zero idea what I want from you right now. I am not going to get back together with you because it's impossible. You threw me out years ago for some other woman, so go back to fishing for another one that might bite at your proposal.
Hey, what's wrong, Veronica? I've been giving you all you wanted, like this proposal, and you've always wanted me to come back to you. So please, let me get back together with you now, and let's get married.
What?
Look, I am so sorry for throwing away those 10 years we had together. But I'm gonna let you marry me now, so thank me later.
I am already married and have 3 kids.
Huh?
I found myself a splendid man to marry, and we've been enjoying one another ever since. And we happen to have 3 kids together, so every day for us is busy. So I'm telling you that I have 0 time to hang out with an idiot like you. And so because of all this, I'm going. This better be the end of any more funny business from you, okay?
What? Wait a minute. What do you mean you're married now? And on top of that, you already have 3 kids?
It's been 5 years now, so we've been going a while. We happened to find each other pretty quickly, and after dating briefly, we got married. And having our 3 kids has made me one happy 35-year-old. Thank goodness I never ended up getting back together with any men that thought it was a good idea to throw me away.
No. There's no way that at all that you're married. Because when you and I broke up, you were already 30 years old. There's no way some old hag could find a man willing to date and marry her.
What does being 30 have to do with me being an old hag? I was able to find myself a man I liked, and after dating a little, we married.
But that's...
I'm sure at your age, if you try hard like I did, you'll find someone that'll marry you. I won't be the one becoming your wife, but there has to be some poor soul out there willing to marry you out of pity. And between you and me, you should find that someone soon so that your mom stays happy.
Shut up! I don't need you worrying about me or my mom. You just stabbed me in the back. You had me with you all that time, and yet you went out and married another man?
Excuse me?
And now you both have kids? Why would you have 3 kids with him, you idiot? I bet they're all disabled in some way. Now you have to take care of 3 poor kids that will end up homeless someday. I'm so happy to hear you live a life of pain and suffering after stabbing me in the back.
What about my life is pain and suffering, Raymond? I have myself a husband and 3 kids that I'm surrounded by and could never ask for more.
He must be some lousy man if he was willing to marry a woman in her 30s then, huh? I bet he's ugly as hell and is without a job right now. Might as well add the term brain dead in there since he somehow let himself have kids with you.
Raymond!
And now you have to share 3 delinquents with him. I bet there's not enough money to go around in your house, and those kids will have to end up being uneducated. But I guess since they're all disabled and dumb, you couldn't teach them anything in the first place. They had to all get the DNA of their brain-dead dad and have an IQ of a monkey.
Hold on! Just because you couldn't marry me and have gone off the deep end doesn't mean you can make fun of my family. I won't forgive childish behavior like that of any kind.
But everything I've said is facts, right? 3 disabled kids? Man, your life must suck now.
I am still working full-time at my job, and compared to 5 years ago, I'm doing a whole lot better. And my husband is doing well himself, running his own company. And because of the wealth we amass, we are able to have and support 3 kids with no problem to our bank.
Huh? He has a company?
We have both worked hard together and made enough money for all 3 of our kids. And as for our kids, they are all so cute and have been doing great when it comes to learning. So this is not the type of family that an idiot child can be making fun of.
Hey, wait. Are you being serious when you say your husband runs his own company?
The company itself is small, but it makes up for that by bringing in large sums of money. Even when things aren't going as great, we have enough from the company to hire a babysitter and some cleaning ladies to take care of the house while him and I relax on vacation.
What?
And I'm no longer going to let you get away with harassing my family's name like that. Before you even think about trying to make fun of another person's family, maybe take a look at what you have and make fun of that. Hi, Veronica. I heard about everything from Raymond. He told me that you seem to still not want to marry him. That's because I'm with another man now, and we've been happily married. We also have kids, and so I've never thought of marrying Raymond. What the hell do you mean you're married? You tell that husband of yours to leave you and come back here and marry my son. If you really have to, you can bring your kids along with you. Then I can at least become a grandma with my 3 little grandkids. Please, don't say things like that. You're scaring me. Why would I ever do something like that? I'm being very serious right now. So hurry up and leave him and come marry my baby boy. Even you know that you'd be happier with Raymond. Well, let me ask you this then. A husband that has his own company, or a husband that has nothing but minimum wage, and 3 adorable babies, or a husband that acts like a child? Which one of those paths would you think I'd be more happy with right now? What? You'd probably choose the path that has me with the company-owning millionaire and the 3 adorable babies. And if you choose for me to go with Raymond, can you tell me what the merits of that would be? Ugh! Are you saying that my own baby boy has nothing to offer you as your husband? Oh, so you do understand what I mean. That's exactly what I'm saying, yes. This is not the time to play games with me. Just because you have a decent life there doesn't mean you can turn down marrying my son. Well, if this is how you're going to act, then never mind. I'll give up on you marrying my son, but you have to give me one of your 3 kids. I want him to become my new son. What the absolute frick is wrong with your head, Isabel? I would never even think that giving you one of my kids is okay. Then have your husband introduce my son to some CEO friends that are women. He has to know at least some women that are either CEOs or have parents that are and are loaded. So you have to help him find one of those women for my boy. It's your son that's the problem, Isabel. Nobody wants to marry a child like him. I can see that this is getting nowhere, so I'm leaving. You'd better hurry up, though, you hag. Your clock is ticking, and you still need to find someone that'll marry your son and will give you grandkids and will be willing to take care of your old crippled butt.
What is going on? Your husband? I never knew he was that handsome looking and that swole. How did you end up finding someone like him over me?
Did you happen to run into my husband somewhere?
That guy came to the company I work at today. He was coming looking to become a customer of our company and wanted to introduce himself. I can see that the company he has is on everyone's radar, and the moment he walked in, he was taken right away to my CEO's office.
Wow, that's amazing of him, right?
And during that, I was sitting right there. For a moment, he started talking to me. He told me that he's heard all sorts of stories about me from you. And then he told me that he's glad I broke up with you because she's better off with him.
My gosh, what a man. I can't believe he even thought it was worth it to talk to you.
That jerk just embarrassed me in front of the whole office. And then my boss asked him if he really knew me. And then he took my boss into his office and started telling him all about me. He even brought up you and I dating and that after 10 years I threw you away. And then followed up by telling him about how I've been trying to marry you. And then he finished by telling my boss how I'm looking for someone to have a baby with and to use help to care for my aging mother. What the hell? And after that, everyone in this office is giving me the cold shoulder.
Dang. I'm glad he's made things more interesting for you.
Nothing is interesting about this, though. Now that everyone knows about what's happened between you and me, I've been getting faces from everyone and nobody wants to talk with me. Why did you guys do this to me? I don't think I can even go into the office anymore.
Then just quit your job and find someone to marry. I'm sure if you used the time you usually work to start looking for a woman, you'd find one eventually that'll pity marry you. Now I have to get back to my husband so that the 2 of us can start making tacos. And just like that, I never received another text or call from Raymond. And the word around town is that he has still not found himself a woman willing to marry and have babies with him. And I'm sure, due to all the worrying of her son never getting married, Isabel ended up fainting and going to the hospital. But while being admitted to the hospital, she would continue to try and get the nurses to marry her son, and so things ended with her even being kicked out of there. And as for Raymond, even though he's the clown of the office now and nobody wants to talk to him unless it's to laugh at his face, he started to stalk new hires that were women asking them if they'd like to marry him. Of course, this did not slide, and soon his boss found out and took Raymond into his office and fired him on the spot. I sure can't wait to see what Isabel's reaction will be to something like that. I'm sure she'll be furious, but at this point, she'd better just give up on her son, as I'm pretty sure he's not going to change any of the problems that turn every woman off. As for my family, we're continuing to enjoy every day of our lives together under the same roof. My husband has become huge business partners with the company that Raymond once worked for, and him and the CEO of that company love going out for drinks to talk about how crazy he was. I have to say, I married the right man after learning that he called Raymond out like that. Or, I suppose, exposed him like that in front of literally everyone. It just makes me so happy knowing that I have a man that loves me so much.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.